Hey everybody, it's JJ, and welcome back to Geeky Dad's Reads. I'm going to be sharing a review tonight of Han Solo Paradise Snare by A.C. Crispin. Now, this one, as you can tell, is a little beat up, partly because I was reading it and I came inside to do something and it started raining, which now depresses me a little bit because it's kind of slightly warped, but it gives it that cool I've been read feel. So, I don't feel too bad. I love this book right here. This book right here is the start of the Han Solo Trilogy by A.C. Crispin. I love it. I love the entire series. This is my second time reading this series. This right here, we get a lot of the early days of Han Solo, back when he's like really, really young. But then we also kind of get a glimpse as it flashes forward to when he's like a really young teenager, sort of coming into adulthood, how he first became a pilot. And one of the things I love about this is that he goes to this planet after he sort of escapes like his past life or whatever, his childhood life. And he goes to this planet where he starts kind of smuggling in a way, his first smuggler runs. And he's working for this organization on this planet, and they're almost like a cult in a way, like this really weird cult. And they're using their followers. This cult is using their followers sort of as slave labor to sort of mine the spice and things like that. And he eventually meets a young woman who is one of the slaves, and her name is Bria. And Bria becomes a significant character in the rest of the trilogy, but he really kind of starts getting into her head because he's not affected by some of the things that are happening within this cult and stuff like that. And so they start hatching this plan about how to escape, and that's sort of the plot of the story. There's other cool things in the fact that he is actually working for one of the Hutt clans and one of the Hutt syndicate, I think is how you would say it. And, but what's cool about this is you don't meet Lando in this. You don't meet Chewbacca in this. You don't meet them until book 2, which is the Hutt Gambit. But in this book right here, you sort of get the early days of Han before he has gone into the Imperial Academy. That is his goal, is to go into the Imperial Academy. He's sort of trying to save money and escape this organization at the same time. And it's one of those things because what you do is you get a glimpse of the younger Han Solo, sort of before he became that sort of smart aleck type guy with the great one-liners that we all know and love. But one of the things that you get about him is that he actually has ambition. He actually has a goal. He actually has a dream that he is setting out to try and achieve the best that he knows how. This is such a fun read. This is one of those reads you can set down and probably knock it out in a couple hours for 2 or 3 days and just get through it. It's one of those that I think, if you're a guy and you're wanting to get into reading and you love Star Wars, this is a great place to start in the EU because everybody knows the character Han Solo. So I give this 5 stars. I would come back and read this again. Like I said, it's fun, it's enjoyable, and this is set several years before New Hope. So this is set between Revenge of the Sith, obviously, and and New Hope. So I'd say it's probably, I don't know, a good 7-8 years before New Hope. I'm not sure exactly where it is set. There is a timeline out there that tells you this stuff, and I should know this, but I'd say that's a good time period right in there, between 10 and maybe 5 years before New Hope. This is just fun. It's just fun. It's enjoyable. I love it. I think you would love it. So I invite you to go check it out. A.C. Crispin probably writes Han Solo dialogue probably better than anybody else, and she nails it. And you can just see his cocky smile as he says some of the things in here that you just sort of say, oh man, that sounds exactly like Han Solo. So if you haven't checked it out, Paradise Snare by A.C. Crispin. It's book 1 in the Han Solo Trilogy. I really encourage you to go check it out. I think you would love it. Until next time, I'm JJ. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Later.